Yes, my people. Greetings to you all. I salute you now. This is not a comrade show. My name is Comrade Lamte Oriahi. This broadcast I'm doing is just like a rejoinder. A few days ago, I did a broadcast on, the Esan agenda in Edo State, and of course the broadcast was actually consequent upon some findings, and I came out to do this broadcast, of course, to draw the attention of the Esan community worldwide, to some observations, and of course to equally speak not just to Esan people but to Edo State people generally. But since I did that broadcast, I've had loads and loads of calls, messages in my inbox. Esan people worldwide, reacting to the message, mixed reactions. Some very constructive, some very brutal, I would say. And all of that, and the conversation is still ongoing, and my joy is that, good or bad, the conversation is ongoing. The broadcast has become a subject of some huge talking points. So I just thought I'd do this rejoinder to set something straight. I don't know how offended some people may be with some aspects of the broadcast. Somebody particularly said that, man, how would I say that the Benin's have the capacity to, govern Edo State for the next 1 million years? It was just an exaggeration. Definitely, the Benin's are very, cultured people, and they are people too that are, very respectable. Benin's, largely love, justice. You understand what I'm saying? And so that thing I said was just an exaggeration. However, there is a core point to that message, and some people have interpreted it, rightly. Some others have, misjudged the interpretation and all of that. I'd like to establish first and foremost that if there is anybody who is a friend of the Esan people today, it's me. It's me. Because the subject I treated, I know that subject, will be very controversial. But honestly, those who know me understand that I will always speak dispassionately about anything that I'm convinced about. And whether that broadcast or not that broadcast, what is going on underground is going on underground. You understand the picture of what I'm saying now? So, now, what is my concern? Why am I even concerned? Let me tell you why. It's been nearly 24 years since we last had an Esan person as governor or deputy governor of Edo State. It's been nearly 24 years. I honestly, I am somebody who believes very strongly in equity and balance. If you take your mind back, when this Third Republic began in 1999, I'm coming to a point too, and don't forget, we have election on Saturday. We had Governor Lucky Benedion, and his deputy governor was Ogiadome, who was from Edo North. Benedion happened to be from Edo South. After Benedion, we strictly have Usarime Osumbo. Strictly until the court overturned the election, the result of the election, and I give the mandate to Adam Soshomole. Adam Soshomole, who is from Edo North, and he now picked a man from Edo South in the name of Udubu as his deputy. After Governor Adam Soshomole, that's 16 years now between Lucky Benedion and what's his name? Oshomole. We're talking about 16 years now. Now, another 8 years is running. We're having Governor Obaseki and, of course, his deputy coming from Edo North. In all of these years, we've not had an Esan person. And so my broadcast that day, was to draw the attention of everybody to the fact that the Esan community worldwide need to put their acts together. Because right now as we speak, Edo State is going to be having governorship election in 2024. And as we speak, a lot is already happening on that ground. And we are already looking ahead. We are projecting into what is going to happen. And because, I've looked at this, and I've always made a case that we must have an Esan governor in 2024. I've always made that case. Those who know me understand I've always been making that case. And that case that I've been making, currently appear to be at risk. And so my coming out to, talk that day was to draw everybody's attention to something that everybody may not be aware of. But because, again, I'm a very inquisitive person, sometimes I find myself in the right, places, start to know things, to hear things. And the things that appear not to be in accordance with what I strongly believe in, I speak about them. You understand the picture of what I'm saying and all of that. And so just let everybody understand exactly what the point I was trying to make that may have been misinterpreted, at some quarters. I can tell you from what we hear that in 2024, it is very likely again that Ize-Iyamu will be the ticket for the APC. Though he's going to have a running battle with Adams Oshomole. Now, this is very important. I want everybody to listen. Very important. If you are there, share. If you are there, share. And if you're there, you watch. I bet they put like, they put anything. If you want to put red hair, they put on. It's okay. Let me have the feel that we're having a conversation. We're likely going to be having Ize-Iyamu. He's going to have a running battle with Adams Oshomole very strongly. Now, Adams Oshomole has been all about. Adams Oshomole has been to the Esan land. Adams Oshomole has been, campaigning. You understand? If there is one politician today in Edo State that does not wish the Esan people well, it is Adams Oshomole. Irrespective of the case he's making right now, Adams Oshomole is the one politician who is so selfish that, as we are talking, I just said that Ize-Iyamu may have a running battle with Adams Oshomole because we are already aware that Adams Oshomole is already cooking another political godson to be the flag bearer of APC, who is from Edo North. Like I recounted earlier, we had Igbenedion in 1999 with Ogiadome as his, running mate, right? From Edo North. Ogiadome is an Esan command. Thereafter, we were supposed to have an Esan governor. We had Osumbo, but it was short-lived. The court upturned that process and gave the mandate to Adams Oshomole, who chose a Benin man, Pius Odubu, to be the deputy governor of Edo State. These guys ran 8 years. One would have expected that when Oshomole was leaving, because Oshomole is the person who's creating the problem we have right now, okay? Well, God, knows best. When Oshomole was leaving, one would have said that, okay, maybe Oshomole will choose an Esan person to run as governor. At least. To not have that, that balance. That we've had one from Edo South, we have had one from Edo North, we are now having one from Edo Central. But he didn't. Now he knew that he was from East and from Edo North, and he's leaving. So he will not replace himself with an Edo North person. So he chose a Benin man in Governor Obaseki, and gave Obaseki his own political son in Philip Shoaibu, another Edo North person, with Esan missing out of this equation. Now that created, a problem with balance. Some of us have frowned at that. Even if he has chosen, what's his name, Governor Obaseki, his beloved, a political, a companion at the time, why not give Obaseki an Esan deputy? Why not do that? He didn't. Now I'm establishing why Esan people cannot consider Oshomole as their friend. Because some people have reached me and said, no, Oshomole is the one. Oshomole didn't do anything for Esan. But because, again, I'm a very inquisitive person, sometimes I find myself in the right, places, start to know things, to hear things. And the things that appear not to be in accordance with what I strongly believe in, I speak about them. You understand the picture of what I'm saying and all of that. And so just let everybody understand exactly what the point I was trying to make that may have been misinterpreted, at some quarters. I can tell you from what we hear that in 2024, it is very likely again that Isaiah Yamu will be the ticket for the APC. Though he's going to have a running battle with Adams Oshomole. Now, this is very important. I want everybody to listen. Very important. If you are there, share. If you are there, share. And if you're there, you watch. I bet they put like, they put anything. If you want to put red, they put on. It's okay. Let's who chose a Benin man, Payoso Dubu, to be the deputy governor. With Ogiadome as his conversation. We are likely going to be having Isaiah Yamu. He's going to have a running battle with Adams Oshomole very strongly. Now, Adams Oshomole has been all about. Adams Oshomole has been to the Esan land. Adams Oshomole has been, campaigning. You understand? If there is one politician today in Edo State that does not wish the Esan people well, it is Adams Oshomole. Irrespective of the case he's making right now, Adams Oshomole is the one politician who is so selfish that, as we are talking, I just said that Isaiah may have a running battle with Adams Oshomole because we already are aware that Adams Oshomole is already cooking another political godson to be the flag bearer of APC, who is from Edo North. Like I recounted earlier, we had Igbenedion in 1999 with Ogiadome as his, running mate, right? From Edo North. Ogiadome is an Esan command. Thereafter, we were supposed to have an Esan governor. We had Osumbo, but it was short-lived. The court upturned that process and gave the mandate to Adams Oshomole, who chose a Benin man, Payoso Dubu, to be the deputy governor of Edo State. This guy's around 8 years. One would have expected that when Oshomole was leaving, because Oshomole is the person who's creating the problem we have right now, okay? Where God, knows best. When Oshomole was leaving, one would have said that, okay, maybe Oshomole will choose an Esan person to run as governor. At least. To not have that balance. We've had one from Edo South, we have had one from Edo North, we are now having one from Edo Central. But he didn't. Now he knew that he was from Edo North and he's leaving. So he will not replace himself with an Edo North person. So he chose a Benin man in Governor Obaseki and gave Obaseki his own political son in Philip Shoaibu, another Edo North person, with Esan missing out of this equation. Now that created, a problem with balance. Some of us have frowned at that. Even if he has chosen, what's his name, Governor Obaseki, his beloved, a political, a companion at the time, why not give Obaseki an Esan deputy? Why not do that? He didn't. Now I'm establishing why Esan people cannot consider Oshomole as their friend. Because some people have reached me and said, no, Oshomole is the one. Oshomole didn't do anything for Esan people. He didn't. So if I tell you that I am one of such persons that the Esan people can call a friend. Because my brother, I'm the one who's going to tell, or my sister, who will tell you your mouth is smelling. It doesn't matter how you feel it, whatever you understand what I'm saying now. But I'm glad that broadcast appeared to be reaching places and, some important Esan persons, and I want to establish too. Some of my best friends here in the UK are Esan people. I've had conversation with a lot with some of them on this subject matter. As a matter of fact, the matter continues. There's another one I'm going to be having a conversation with on this subject matter either today or tomorrow, as it were. But out of my respect and my love for the Esan people, and of course those people generally, I thought I'd make this. Now, that is for APC. It's increasingly looking likely that APC will not present an Esan candidate. Now, as for the PDP, yet again, we come back to the same circle. Whether we like it or not, somebody like the deputy governor, of course, is in the air with the news out there that is warming up. The deputy governor of Edo State currently is from Edo North. It's warming up. Now, we don't know what the governor himself is thinking. But again, unconfirmed reports are equally saying that even the SSG of Edo State, may equally be a candidate for the election. You understand the picture of what I'm saying now? Who is from Edo South? So there are certain political gladiators that are already, making arrangements, doing underground work and all of that. I have the ones I have heard, whether confirmed or unconfirmed, okay, there appear to be, nobody defending the interest of the Esan people. Nobody talking about, nobody's, looking at the window saying, who is that Esan person really, that will be equally be, preparing himself right now. You understand what I'm saying, and all of that. And that was where I flagged off the issue. Because right now, I don't know what PDP is going to do. Okay, but if the same tradition of, politicians being self-serving continues, it's equally very likely that PDP will not present an Esan person. Very likely. Now, a window came. And the window that came is Peter Obi and the Labour Party. Now, I personally, would have thought that this Labour Party right now, would be a proper window to dip some spoon into the political narrative of Edo State that's already been established by the established, but it's not going to be a walkover. The politicians right now on the feed, they are not going to just sit down and say, oh, when I bring one Esan person, may come govern Edo State, and they're not going to do it. They are not. They are already positioning themselves. They are already positioning themselves. And some of us cannot have say when it comes to some of these political parties like APC or PDP. But with a window like the Labour Party opening, I can guarantee you that some of us in Edo State Labour Party will have a say. We will have a say. But that say, in all honesty, okay, if we have this assembly elections and I now find out that, Edo North is looking like they're going to go APC, we now find out Edo South has equally gone APC at the end of the day. That's a deflection. That deflates many of us, to be very honest. You understand the picture from what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it will look like we are not facing the same direction. I just think I did that broadcast to draw our attention to a few things, so that if we can align in this direction, then there will be hope that we can have a proper, future, that will speak to that balance, that will speak to equity, that will speak to, justice in Edo State. I really love that. Now, I like to equally establish very strongly that I am an Edo man by birth and by inclination, and I'm very proud. Every component part of Edo State that make up Edo State, okay, I belong to all of them. I love that we have a state where, a huge sense of unity and oneness is existing amongst all. And the only way that sense of unity can be amongst all of us is if we recognize that there should be fairness, there should be balance, there should be equity. 24 years, no Esan governor, no Esan deputy governor. For 24 years. How do we argue that case? So my point is that the Esan community in Edo State must help us make that case arguable. They must help us make that case arguable. Because at the end of the day, this whole thing is all about, your negotiating power. And your negotiating power, it's a lot more about the structures that you have put there. Because people are going to be looking at these things and making comparisons here and there. You understand what I'm saying now? So I like to say that, in a nutshell, okay, there are people who are fighting for the Esan agenda, and I've come to make some statements. I believe you, me, we are all fighting for the same thing. You understand the picture of what I'm saying now, and all of that. So I don't want to be misquoted. Now, another risky factor in this is this. We have about 14 House of Assembly where there was supposed to be House of Assembly members elected that did not take their oath of office. And we saw how that matter went. And those guys, I think predominantly right now, they are representing the APC. They are coming again and all of that. Now, there is no way in our right senses. Some of them are from Esan Lab, some of them are from Edo North, some of them are even from some local governments in Edo South. But the truth matters that there is no way in our right senses, okay, we should consider bringing these APC people into the Edo State House of Assembly right now. We are creating commotion. And I have argued too that Edo State House of Assembly just now must be predominantly made up of the Labour Party. Because that is the only party right now that is not with this nor with that. They are independent. And when we talk about some people have said, oh man, we voted for Peter Obi, we are obedient, we are not Labour Party. I'm not a Labour Party member, but if you are for Obi, you must canvass for the candidates, that Labour Party will be bringing, because Obi is Labour Party. If we do not have Labour Party House of Assembly members in Edo State, we don't have them in Ondo, we don't have them anywhere, Obi becomes president. These people that have often talk about structure. What do you think they mean by structure? This is what they mean by structure. So if we are for Obi and we have voted for Obi, we must now come out to come and vote for Labour Party to keep building that structure for the Labour Party. Now, if APC carries majority in the House of Assembly, Edo State is going to be in serious crisis. They'll take it from me. Now, if PDP carry the House of Assembly in Edo State will still be in serious crisis. Under Governor Baseki that we have right now as our governor, okay, there is no way a house dominated by APC or the PDP will not be crisis. We've been in crisis for the last 8 years. Either it is between APC and APC at the time, and later it became APC versus PDP, and later PDP versus PDP. All of these wranglings have shortchanged Edo State people. And so I think that we are lucky as a people today to have the Labour Party. And I think that some people are not seeing that. And based on some of that things happening underground, I sounded an alarm bell. It may hurt. Yes, but take back that video again, listen to it, and draw some sense out of what you can draw sense out of. The things that do not appeal to you, they just put those ones in the gutter. I think that's the clarification I've come to make. Now, in the light of these clarifications, my people, on Saturday is going to be the House of Assembly elections and governorship in some states. I want to appeal to us. The window of the Labour Party that has opened just now is a window of serious political expressions. And for the first time, look at those South for instance, where Neda Imaswe, won as a senator for representing Edo South Senatorial District. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? He won his Labour Party. And he contested against some of the biggest political, giants in Edo State under PDP and under APC. But the window opened. Time and chance happened to him, and he's there right now as a senator elect. The same thing with the House of Reps, candidate given to Labour Party. So at the end of the day, there is a new structure that is building, and I believe that this structure will be one that will be easier, to navigate for those who are clamoring for the Esan agenda, and that will, subsequently bring, about that balance. I'm not an enemy of the Esan people at all. I've established that some of my best friends are from Esan land. Got loads of. As a matter of fact, there's a project I was part of. A street lights project. So I'm saying the time was when I was providing street lights across Edo State and everything and all of that. There were these free street lights that we donated, and I was one of those who made a case that we must go and donate these street lights, in Esan land. And we went to, we were able to spot a place in Uromi. We went to Uromi to go and, donate those street lights and install them and every other thing. So at the end of the day, the Benin masses, Nedoa man is a lower man. We all must progress together. That's my goal. Because at the end of the day, if this window is mixed again in 2024, I don't know who's going to be biting his fingers. And I've said that we do not want a situation where Edo State will become like Nigeria, where certain people in Nigeria, the door is just shut against them. And this is what we're trying to break right now. You understand? At the level of Nigeria. You understand? So my people, I want to appeal, for the election coming up on Saturday. The Obi came to Edo State. Obi reminded us, appealed to us to vote Labour. There's a reason. So people have said, Labour Party, don't have, strong candidates, don't have credible candidates, don't have this, don't have that. The truth of the matter is that the credible candidates you have been seeing in the APC and PDP, what have they contributed to the development of the state? I mean, let's be very factual. What? Now, I have argued that we are having a Labour right now that is going to be strongly based on ideology and identity. Ideology of serving for the glory of service. Ideology of embracing competence. Ideology of ensuring that integrity is the order of the day. That will be instituted, irrespective of the background, the history that a human being must have had. So long as you have been elected under the Labour Party, we expect that retreat that Peter Obi promised to take place so that people can be baptized into this new agenda to set proper example for politics in Nigeria and Edo State. So if we don't give Labour Party the chance, how do we get that? Look at what we are going through right now under APC. People have money, they cannot access their money. And you think it's happening by mistake? APC stalwarts from CBA to the presidency, they are benefiting from it. Because for every 2,000 naira you used to buy 10,000 naira, somebody somewhere is getting some percentage and they don't want it to end. They created a problem to benefit them. At the end of the day, before they will bring everything back to normal, they would have gained billions at the expense of our sufferings. Or do we want to support APC because Oshomole is talking to validate what's his name, what's his name, Bola Ahmed Tinubu? We cannot do that. APC right now, as prepared by Oshomole is everywhere, knocking heads, trying to use. He has fully convinced his Edo North people, predominantly. He's trying to penetrate. More than they put like for them, more than they put more than they give me energy till they talk. Because Facebook not they share our video that much again. But when you are doing this, you make our video go far. They are knocking heads. It's been to Esan land, trying to create the same problem. The same problem. Create that disaffection. You understand literally what I'm saying? And yet, this Oshomole is a man politically that we understand that he's a man who doesn't really like Esan people. It's not like he likes the Benin. He doesn't. It's just that if his own ambition must be realized, at the level of Edo State, he cannot do without the Benin's. So he plays his politics in that very crude manner. We have to retire these people from Edo State politics. So because of the infighting, all the nonsense they've been taking us through, that the government of Edo State, at a time became some sort of spectacle. One court case in the morning, another counter court, one court judgment in the morning, another counter judgment in the afternoon, like that. We don't tire. The only party that will not be embroiled in all of those shenanigans is Labour Party. So whether you are from Esan Lando, you are from Onwa, you are from Esako, you are from Edo North, wherever you are from Edo South, it will restore our sanity to see a Labour Party dominated House of Assembly in Edo State. So that is my subject of appeal. That is my subject of appeal. I did not in any way come out to come and dress down Esan people. Esan people are some of the most hard-working people that I know in Nigeria, some of the most intelligent people that I know in Nigeria, and we are very proud. We've got so many Esan technocrats living abroad, and with what they do, they bring glory back to Edo State. And with what they do, nobody stamps any identity of being an Esan person on their heads. What comes to Edo State, an Edo State man is excelling in this, is excelling in that. Predominantly, we have so many Esan people who are excelling, like that, and the glory comes to Nigeria, comes to Edo State. And so I am very proud of our Esan people, proud of Edo State people, because the truth of the matter is that we are really out there, our Edo State people, doing so much. But in this window, in this political dispensation, in this era, our appeal and our advice, let's go Labour. Let's go Labour. Because for the other two political parties, it not go work. Let's go Labour. The Labour Party, through Peter Gregory Obi, is a window that Udazi has opened for us to restore some things. And I hope I've been able to make some sense. I hope. But that's why I came back to do some of these clarifications. According to Shakespeare, we are friends and we are not enemies. Even though passion may strain, we must not allow it break our bond of friendship. So our bond of unity, of oneness, of friendship cannot be broken. But we got to do the needful. Let's keep it alive. It will be good for everybody. God bless you, Nigerians. God bless you, Edo State people. May God bless you all. I'll see you when I see you. My name is Korelambi Orayi. Don't forget, Saturday the 18th is a decision day, a big one. Let's go Labour. Let's go Labour. Let's go Labour. From Esan land, from the hills of the Kukuruku to, the valleys of Edo South to all around Edo State. Let's turn the land to Labour Party. One party that does not have any history with us, that we can start building collectively to set proper example for Nigeria. LP all the way. I love you, my people from Esan land. I love you, Edo South people, and I love you, of course, my Edo North people. May God bless you all. Let's keep it alive. Edo State is for all of us. Bye now. That is not going to be a walkover.
Make Comrade Show way. Comrade Lante Oriente. This is the Comrade Show.